Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. My name is Maurice D, LaGrone, and I am merely a film nerd who wants to clock in my predictions for the upcoming Oscars '95. This is practically an amateur clock in, but I still just wanted to be in the zeitgeist, in the culture, because this has been a grand year for movies, and happy to say we're back for it. All right, so for best sound, we have Top Gun Maverick, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, Elvis, and The Batman. Who I think is going to win the Oscar? Top Gun Maverick. I have a good feeling about Top Gun Maverick. I have a good feeling about they hitting the different Machs and that being a huge thing, and and everyone says you have to experience this in the theater. In the Batman, the car, the engine purring, the chase, the smashing through cylinders, even the fighting, everything was on point. And Avatar, I saw that in IMAX with the whale landing and all that different stuff. Elvis, you just have the whole arena, like music, just boom, you know? But I think Top Gun is gonna take it. All Quiet is lousy war, you know? So second place for sound, I think might go to, it's either between All Quiet and Elvis. I don't want to be back and forth, so I'm gonna go All Quiet. I guess we'll never find that out. So my prediction for first place for best sound, I'm clocking in for Top Gun Maverick. Now we are on to best makeup and hairstyling, and our nominees are Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, The Whale, and The Batman. Okay, so this is pretty debatable because in both The Whale and Batman, we have prosthetics, Colin Farrell and Brendan Fraser. And both of those are pretty heavy in the category. All Quiet on the Western Front, you do with mud, you do with fatigue and chapped lips, and you do with the wearing down and being able to sell that. Elvis, you do with embodying the character, and we even had Tom Hanks a bit more. You know what? For this one, oh, and Black Panther, the elegance, Angela Bassett, and the very, integrated type of things that they're working with. I think best makeup and hairstyling, man, there's been so much buzz about the Penguin. I have a feeling Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to take this one. And that's kind of ringing in my head right now. I want to say The Whale because of how, intense that prosthetic is. But I have a feeling Black Panther will take that one. Let's see if I'm right. Try to keep my hair nice now that we're on this carnival, right? All right. Moving on. Best production design. Our nominees are Babylon, The Fabelmans, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, and Elvis. Cool. What do I think for this one as far as best production design is concerned? I think it's going to go to Babylon for this one. I saw set designs and I liked the big theatrical things they were doing. Production design. Yeah, I think that's going to Babylon. I don't really want to clock in a second place there. Best film editing. Your nominees are Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, and Tar. I think this one's kind of easy for me. I already know my movie of the year, though we'll get there. But I'll kind of spoil it. Deep in my heart, Skis for Everything Everywhere, and the editing was on point for that. That's my prediction. And let's move on. Best documentary, short subject. Your nominees are The Elephant Whisperers, Haul Out, The Martha Mitchell Effect, Stranger at the Gate, How Do You Measure a Year? Maurice is going to be completely honest when he says he has not watched any of these this year. So I do not have a calibrated opinion. With that being said, who did I see maybe win earlier before? Maybe I can kind of tap into that if I was betting. I'm going to go How Do You Measure a Year for that one. Again, blind guess. We'll see how it all turns out. Good luck to all the nominees. Best costume design. Your nominees are Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Babylon. Best costume design, I think, may go to... Okay, with that being said, now that we passed hair and makeup, Elvis. I think this is an Elvis one. Ooh. Let's see. I have an Elvis feeling about that one. Best visual effects. Your nominees are The Batman, Avatar, The Way of Water, All Quiet on the Western Front, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick. I hope this goes to Avatar. Visual effects feat, that is. And it's not too much in the buzz of different categories, in my opinion. So I really hope it takes it home because, again, this was a long time in the making. And I hope, Jim Cameron can go home with that in the pocket because I liked the film, Came out. It was a pretty cinematic experience. I was sitting there eating popcorn, having a good time. All right. Best cinematography. Your nominees: Tar, Elvis, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, All Quiet on the Western Front, Empire of Light. And the prediction winner is, for Best Cinematography, I'm going to go All Quiet on the Western Front for this one. Didn't see it, but from what I've seen of it, I think they are a fair contender. Or else why would they be here? Cool, that's my guess. Let's see how it goes. Best Adapted Screenplay. All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Women Talking, Top Gun Maverick, Living. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Best Adapted Screenplay. Why the fuck it might be Women Talking? I haven't seen that. Okay. I might mess myself up by not going with Women Talking, but I did see Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. As far as adapted screenplays are concerned, let me just clock that one in. Take it home, Rian Johnson. Let's see. Okay. Best Original Screenplay. Tar, The Fabelmans, Triangle of Sadness, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really, really want to give this to Triangle of Sadness. I watched that. I loved that. I do think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to take this category, but do not sleep on Triangle of Sadness. That was a great, great film. But Everything Everywhere All at Once for this category of Best Original Screenplay. Let's move on. Best Animated Short Film. The Flying Sailor, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. Ice Merchants, and My Year of Dicks. Awesome. Best Animated Short Film. This is another one of those things where I have not seen any of these. I'm trying to think if I have heard any of these titles. All right, we're going blind with this one. I'm going to have to give it to An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it because that's a very interesting title. And if that's all I have to go on, that's what I'm judging it on. Don't judge me. Let's move on. Best Original Score. All Quiet on the Western Front, The Fabelmans, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Babylon. All right, Best Original Score, I think, might go to... I'm giving it to Everything Everywhere All at Once again. I mean, I know I loved the music for that. I watched The Fabelmans, but I just don't know if music will take it. I know Babylon was maybe big on music, but I'm just going to have to go EEAAO for this one. Next category. Best Supporting Actor, Ki Hugh Kwan, Barry Keoghan. Please, I love that actor, so I hope I said his name right. Judge Hirsch, Brian Tyree Henry, Brendan Gleeson, and that is all our nominees. Ooh, I love most of these people. I only say most because I know the name Judd Hirsch, but I can't pinpoint him. I think this is going to Ki Hugh Kwan, comeback story. Kid came back. Amazing tactic. And I heard the stories of the 3 different animals he tapped into. Beautiful work. Let's move on. Best Supporting Actress, Hong Chow, Stephanie Hsu, Jamie Lee Curtis, Carrie Condon, and Angela Bassett. Very hefty list right here. Ooh, hard to choose. I do believe that the Oscar will go to Jamie Lee Curtis, though Stephanie Hsu, breakout star, and Angela Bassett, queen. And Hong Chow, I mean, think of The Whale and The Menu that came out. Heavy categories, not everyone can win, but dang. So yes, Jamie Lee Curtis for Best Supporting Actress. Moving on, Best Documentary Feature. Your nominees are A House Made of Splinters, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, and All That Breathes. I haven't seen any of these. Let's make it quick. I am going to go All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Moving on, we have Best International Feature Film. That is EO, Close, The Quiet Girl, Argentina, 1985, and All Quiet on the Western Front. I am going to go ahead and give this to All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm pretty confident about that one. Good luck to the rest of the nominees. Let's move on. We are on live action short film, Night Ride, Ivalu. Let me know how to say that. The Pupils, The Red Suitcase, and An Irish Goodbye. I have not seen any of these. I am going to go ahead and give it to Ivalu or Ivalu because I may have messed up the name. It's not both, so I somehow messed it up, and I feel bad about that. Good luck. Awesome. We have Best Director, huge category. Steven Spielberg, Daniel Scheinert, Daniel Kwan, Ruben Östlund, Todd Field, Martin McDonough. I hope I know how to say his name. Daniel Kwan, both of the Daniels are together, right? I mean, as far as like director is concerned, that should be the case. It's going to the Daniels for me. I love you, Steven Spielberg, but it's going to the Daniels for me. Or I guess they're just Daniels. They like Daniels, but it's hard to say that sometimes because you like the Daniels. All right, Best Original Song. Applause. Hold My Hand. Lift Me Up. This Is a Life. And Natu Natu. All right. I think this is going to Natu Natu. I'm hearing big things of RRR. Though I've been jamming to Lift Me Up from Rihanna. That's awesome. That is an amazing song. But yes, Natu Natu for Best Original Song. We have Best Animated Feature. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and Turning Red. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is actually a hefty category. I know Turning Red has been big. I know Pinocchio has been huge. I love Marcel the Shell, and they actually just did well at, what was that, the SAG Awards? The Sea Beast, I haven't heard much about that one, but Puss in Boots has been going around, like people have been raving about that. As far as winning in this category is concerned, I'm going to have to clock my vote in for Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is my guess for Best Animated Feature. Awesome, or rather prediction. Cool, let's move on. Best Actress. Okay. If Michelle Yeoh wins, she will be the first Asian American actress to win in this category, and it's insane that it took this long, and that's the same for Ki Hugh Kwan. For that reason alone, there's my prediction, but it goes way past that. If you've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, then you know that this performance transcends what it just means to be Best Actress. I mean, there's a big reason she's in this category. I mean, I do not want to discount Anya de Armas, who killed it in the Blonde movie. I do not want to discount Kate Blanchett in Tar. I do not want to discount Michelle Williams or Andrea Riseborough. Michelle Williams, was that for Fabelmans? Sorry if I'm not too sure. Again, I haven't seen every film, but for the ones I have seen and can speak for, Michelle Yeoh shines. So there's my prediction. Cool. Moving on. Best Actor. This is a huge conversation. Will it be Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Comeback Story, Elvis, Austin Butler? The daughter died of Elvis, which is sad, and it's not just a story, but I'm telling you, with Hollywood, they like to sell certain things, and it's ridiculous how much people have to campaign. It's a real thing. All of that aside, I'm just merely going to go off of performance. Our nominees are Paul Mescal, Bill Nighy, please let me know if I said that wrong, Colin Farrell, Austin Butler, and Brendan Fraser. Dang. My prediction for the Best Actor in this year's Oscars is Brendan Fraser. I believe he's going to take the Oscars home. Let's see. Hefty movie. Like, deep. I do that because I remember when you stress eating at the end. Yeah. Very heavy. Very moving. Very moving. Cool. Best Picture. I think this is our final category that we're going to talk about. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope I made it interesting, and I hope I cut it long enough, because right now I'm looking at a 22-minute edit and I'm already dreading editing, but I want to get this out. Your nominees for Best Picture at this year's Oscars is Tar, Elvis, Avatar: The Way of Water, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Fabelmans, Triangle of Sadness, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Women Talking, and Top Gun Maverick. For this category, I'm going to give you my top, my second place, and my third. Again, I have not seen every movie in this category. I can only speak on what I've seen, but nonetheless, here it goes. Who I think is going to take, let's begin with third, home this year is third place for me. Third place for me goes to The Fabelmans from Steven Spielberg. I watched that last night, actually, and I am a huge film buff. I loved the scenes of him seeing the camera angle of the train and just want to capture that, and like being able to show his loved ones, and then like hearing him and seeing him, and it, like him filming were the best parts of it for me, and it was beautiful and it touched me. But I do not think it takes the cake for this year. Second place for film of the year, I believe, goes to Top Gun Maverick. I have been hearing nothing but good things about this movie. I've been hearing nothing but go to the theater to see this movie. You are going to want to see this. Usually you see actors like talking about that, and yes, it's like they want you to see their movie, but when it's peers saying, go watch that, bruh, it is great, then it must be great, you know? Nonetheless, there is a movie that came out that was underground when I found it, and now it's blowing up, and you probably already know what I'm talking about, but I sobbed, and it's probably no surprise at this point, but I sobbed in the theater watching this. I was in Los Angeles, and I felt like I plateaued because I was in a place that I always dreamed of living, but it just seemed like I had no plan, and I was running out of time, and I was losing myself a little bit. And I was a bit all over the place because I say I love film, but I'm also a professional dancer. I love drawing. I'm a bit all over the place myself. And this spoke to me in levels, you know, I don't think film has since I can't even remember. It was a hybrid of certain things like The Matrix and these Marvel movies and these indie movies that I started to fall in love with, and suddenly like turn into this best picture of the year, because if it doesn't take it, something's wrong, man. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a masterpiece. Daniels, thank you for seeing yourself, and I can see myself through you, because there's a lot of times where I feel unheard, and it's because of artists like you guys that I find a release, and I find relatability and comfort and zen. Great luck, all of the nominees this year. That is just my unbiased prediction. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing what you do nonetheless. And I really, really hope we get to talk about another film of yours in an upcoming Oscar ceremony. Have a great day. You are loved. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell, and do whatever else you want to do, because you know it's your life. But I hope the day is good, or the night. I'll see you soon. Peace.